Okay, great.
Mm.
No, thank you. So it is with great pleasure I introduce Ms. Jennifer Cain. She is a leadership and career coach who empowers individuals to break through barriers and achieve their fullest potential, which I'm sure all of us are very interested in learning more about. So, Ms. Cain, if you would please share one piece of insider knowledge that not many job seekers not might not be aware of, but would find incredibly helpful in their job search.
Yeah. Well, I think that was a super difficult question for me to narrow down. So I just want to acknowledge that. But I'm honored to be here. So I have 16 years of HR experience. So I understand. I've done my own termination documents. I've been terminated. I've had to work through all of that. So my heart goes out for the season that you guys are in. But I just want to encourage everyone, when one door closes, another always opens. And there's always golden nuggets that you pick up along the way, and like with individuals like Jennifer, and just speaking about her journey. So keep leaning into those conversations and keep showing up. So going back though to why we're here, right? Like the insider knowledge. So I've worked on a lot of different facets of hiring, more from a strategy perspective. My most recent position was head of recruitment for a large ed tech company. And so I can understand the pain points, right, that people feel. And so when I thought about one thing, um, I just want to encourage everyone, know your target. So when you're thinking about your job search, know where you want to go. A lot of times people say, well, I can do a lot of different things, and that's beautiful, but that doesn't serve you well when you are having to have a proactive job search. And so I wanted to kind of just share a little bit about that, whether you're looking for a same role, pivoting, or a complete career change. I think knowing where you're going will super help. And a lot of times people are like, well, why is that? And I think it's really important to understand the why behind that. So it impacts your brand, your virtual handshake on LinkedIn, what you're putting out there. If you are a former account manager and all of a sudden you want to go into, a customer success manager role, right? Like you need to be able to spell out in your brand that transition. And a lot of times people struggle with that because they are putting it out there hoping that somebody's going to fill in the blanks, and a recruiter sourcing, they're not going to fill in the blanks. You've got to, empower yourself, and you've got to really, share that. The other thing that I think it also impacts is your networking conversations. So if you're going to go network with somebody, and you're sharing what are you looking for, if you give them a whole long spiel and it's like 5 minutes long and you're all over the place, they're not going to remember how to help you. So what you put out is what you get back when you're talking with people. And so, you can say something like, I'm exploring a career pivot, right? In this area where I can translate my skills in this space, or translate, from one industry to the next. And just that little bit of verbiage, that's more memorable than I'm open to anything. And they're kind of like, and then they send you like, something that is not anywhere related, so it just gives a little direction. Um, the other piece that there's two other things that it directly impacts when you think about a strategic, like very proactive job search, is the target company list, right? And there's, some people have them, some people don't. Everybody has an opinion. But I think if you are looking at a target company list, which then directly ties into who you should be networking with for where you want to go, it's not that you're not going to be open to other things, but it directly connects to all of that, right? Like, who am I going to be networking? So if I'm going to want to get into maybe the educational industry, I need to be networking with people in that space. So it kind of ties in there, and it gives your overall job search direction. So knowing your target is super important. It's not that you're not going to have a few, like maybe two or three different job titles that are complementary of each other, but it will help you tremendously all the way through to the target company list to who you're networking with. So when I think about the insider knowledge, and the people that I do career coaching with every day, knowing that direction is so important, because the people that I see landing have direction. The people that I don't see landing are the ones that are all over the place. They aren't networking. They're not reaching out, talking to people. They're not willing to learn. And their job searches are a lot longer. So I thought that was going to be something really important to share with the group today.
All great facts. Thank you so much. We'd like to open it up to questions now. Anybody have any questions? Norma.
Hi there. I've been a sales operations analyst for majority of my career at a technology company in telecommunications. My true desire and interest is in connecting folks. I'm also part of hosting the AHF calls, and I did land a contract job as an event planner and for a city agency in New York City. So that's pretty cool. I am kind of stuck in this rather than and I would love to go into a full-time job, but it seems like this particular role, it doesn't pay as much as I would love to. So I'm stuck in like love and passion. I found something that I truly love. However, it's not at my pay rate. So any suggestions or any advice? And I think it's at the end of the day, it's kind of like it when I see the salary range, it bursts my bubble, and I have to then say I need to get back to reality and go back to what I know. So I love how